I keep hearing reports on the radio, TV, everywhere you turn around, how college students are depressed and kind of feeling hopeless, having spent all their time in school and even beginning to start school and thinking that they're not going to have the opportunities that they expected because of the current situation with the economy. Most of this mindset comes from listening to the media and then combining that with the condition of the economy. Well, it bothers me because of course there's some relevance to that way of thinking, but that's not the end of the story, man. There's no reason to actually feel any level of hopelessness. So I just wrote something real quick to give to you, just my thoughts. I'm actually going to do something more in depth and more serious to address this issue. I just didn't have time right now. I'm kind of in a rush, but this is what I wrote right now. So, and I'm going to read this. Like I said, this is just to help you right quick. I want to get you in the right frame of mind and get you away from all that negativity and BS, Don't let the media or current economic situation get you depressed. There are 5 tools that a person can have to make life easier: education, common sense, network of contact, ability to communicate and build relationships, creative thinking. That's 5. What you do is combine these tools as much as possible as you journey throughout college and throughout life. Can y'all see me? Oh. Am I centered? Don't worry about that, man. Just get the message, man. So, what you do is combine these tools as much as possible as you journey throughout college and throughout life. Yeah, I said that. Okay. Number 1, education. You're getting your education right now, or you already graduated. Do not limit yourself to traditional ways of using the education. No matter what your major is or was, think of how you can use that material to help other people. Also, think of ways you can use your training. Create a business that does not exist, or consult new people in the business, or those who are trying to decide if that is what they want to do. If you can't find a job, you might want to create a job, consulting others who are considering majoring in that subject. Let them know the challenges they will face, the pros, the cons, the job outlook upon graduation. Start a consulting website even, since you have a lot of free time, You can use, you already have experience just from the learning process and going through the phases. I mean, you can angle your website from that journey in that major, getting to graduation, and then continue on with your job hunting afterwards. You see what I'm saying? And that's a way to positively spend your time as you continue forward in your major, and you're already building something for yourself to use as you continue to go. And who knows, one day that may become your job or your business. But the point is, you got a bunch of free time. Don't sit around being depressed. Use that energy and that free time to do something productively. You see what I'm saying? Common sense, which is number 2. It's kind of self-explanatory. Don't get trapped in limiting your thinking to textbook only. Talk to people in the field of your major. Find out how it is different from what you learned in the classroom. There's always a difference in real life experience and classroom training. You know what I mean? It's always different. Too many people let their degrees override common sense and simple, practical thinking. Number 3, networking contact. You never know who you meet. Something I wish I had done throughout life, starting at an earlier time, is simply recording a list of the people that I met, especially people that had similar goals, similar interests, or goals and interests that might intersect with what I had planned down the road. Your network of contacts is going to be a huge leverage to you compared to the next person who does not maintain that list. you know. Oh, I be getting away from that. I don't even know why I wrote all this. Oh, when you meet people that hold similar interests or goals, exchange info and keep a list with notes about that person. Let them know what your plans are and give them permission to contact you if they ever see how you may help them in their endeavors. Keep in touch periodically with them. Talk to people and go where potential managers, business owners, and others that are in your field of study might be. This could be a continuing education class, industry gatherings, association functions, you know. For instance, if you're in a field where the most likely thing you could do with your training is to get a job, well, go to continuing ed classes that they might be taking for time management, for management skills. It's a good idea to cross-reference what a manager may need and what a business owner may need, you know, and go ahead and get in some classes. See, that's going to put you in a position to meet. You never know who you're going to meet, but it's also providing you with some skills that you can add to your resume, and you also can add to your thought process. I mean, it benefits you in multiple ways, so it's a definitely productive way to spend your time. Also, well, I wasn't even going to say those things because that's what everybody tell you, but you know, you already heard to volunteer at different places, especially if there's something that exists that's in line with what your educational training is, what you majored in. But also volunteering for something that's in line with your passions can be very powerful. One of the things, well, I get to that in creative thinking, if I remember. I didn't write that down. Okay. The ability to communicate and build relationships is number 3, but it's tied to number 2. Because you might be like me, shy, reserved, not very outgoing. Well, that's okay. It's like, get past it. Force yourself to get out there and talk to people, man. You know, you'll get more comfortable as you force yourself to do it, and it is necessary in order to maximize the education and training. You know, you sacrifice your time, energy, money to get that training, so you do want to maximize that education. So force yourself to get out there. A lot of people feel uncomfortable putting themselves out there and talking to people and everything, but there's only one way to get more comfortable, and that's just to make yourself get out there and do it. Creative thinking. You've probably been breaking the rules for the last 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, however long you've been in school or whatever. Don't stop now. Wait a minute. Let me explain. What I mean is, think outside of the box. You don't have to do things the way they've been done just because that's the way they've been done. That's one of the benefits of the recession, is that companies are going to be forced to be more creative and think outside of the box. That's why I don't want it to recover too fast. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. I call it smart gray thinking. A lot of people think black and white, right, wrong. You want to focus more on what's true and what's false. A lot of times that's going to be equivalent to the difference of treating the symptoms of a problem and treating the roots of the problem. If you worry about who right and who wrong, you know, and all that, then a lot of times you miss something much more serious and something that allows more flexibility and really get to what it means to do something a certain way, or even have an insight on why something may be done a certain way. I mean, you can't assume that the way that you initially view a situation is the only way to view it. You got to look at it from different perspectives, and that might enable you to make a decision beyond what is obvious. So that's what smart gray thinking is about. I'm going to coin that term in a minute, but that gets down to part of being creative in your thought process. What did I write though?